guests knew it must not be she who was inside the palace, but the pretend princess. "Do not despair," said the true princess. "In my travels, I heard of a golden palace in the desert that suddenly appeared out of nowhere." "Do not despair," said the true princess. "You did?" said Aladdin, looking up. "Where? I can take you there if you like. If we left now, we could get there by morning." "I am grateful," said Aladdin. He had left all the jewel fruits with his mother, except one. This he offered to the camel rider as payment. "Oh, keep it," she said, with a wave of her hand. "It's no trouble. Bring your horse to ride alongside my camel." Riding through the night, the two of them spoke of many things. Aladdin marveled at the young lady's easy manner and generous spirit. He somehow knew that she could be trusted. Before long, he told her the rest of his story, how he discovered the magic lamp in the cave in the first place, how he used his wishes to impress the Sultan so he could marry the princess, and how the lamp was later stolen from him. "What makes you think the princess would have wanted to marry you?" said the true princess. "Well, you know," said Aladdin, musing. "I never thought of that." This and other matters of the heart and mind passed between them as the two rode through the night. As the morning's dawn brightened, Aladdin and she were riding in a path between two very tall walls of rock. Rose-colored they were, with thin bands of white and blue. Suddenly, the tall rock walls ended and they arrived at a clearing. "Look," said the princess, pointing ahead. "Is that it?" "It is," Aladdin cried out with joy, recognizing his palace. "I hope the princess is still inside." Then he added, "Though even if she is, without my lamp, I couldn't get them both back before the third day." Just then Nadia, who had been carried away along with the palace, as you must know, was looking out the window at the new guests. To her surprise, she recognized the rider of the camel train as none other than her beloved former mistress. She waved at them both to come to the front door. "I'm glad to see you too, Nadia." Aladdin was amazed. "You know each other?" The princess only said to Nadia, "Tell me, how did you find being a princess?" "At first, I loved it. What's not to love? I liked well enough the fine gowns and all the attention I got. But I got carried away with this palace. And the vizier is here too. For the last 2 days, he has done nothing but fly about in a rage and smash things. He terrifies me." "He can be scary," said the princess, who knew the vizier and what he was capable of. "He terrifies me." "There's more," said Nadia. "He said with his lamp, tomorrow we'll return to the Sultan's land, and I will have to marry him." "You said with his lamp?" Aladdin and the princess looked at each other. The princess turned to Nadia. "Wait a minute, I have a plan." The princess gave Nadia one of the sleeping potions in her stock of merchandise. She told Nadia that when the vizier returned that night, she must pour the sleeping potion into his wine. He would fall into a sleep so deep that he would not be awakened by any noise. That is what she did. When the wicked man was snoring, Nadia, the true princess, and Aladdin searched everywhere for the magic lamp. At last, they found it. The lamp in his hands again, Aladdin said, "Now, I make my second wish. I am going to wish for this castle and everyone in it to go back to the Sultan's kingdom, except for the vizier." "Wait," said the true princess. "Leave me behind too." Aladdin urged her to come with him, but the princess would have none of it. She liked too well the life of freedom she led as a merchant who traveled from town to town on camel. Aladdin did not like at all that she would be left behind with the vizier. But she assured him the vizier would not awaken for hours, and she would have plenty of time to get far away. So Aladdin rubbed the lamp and stated his wish to the genie. In a whoosh, Aladdin, the palace, and Nadia were all transported back to the very spot where the palace had stood before. The Sultan was delighted to have his daughter back, or you might say, the young woman he believed to be his daughter, covered as she was in scars. "We will hold the wedding in 3 days. The Sultan said to Aladdin. Yet a sadness was growing in Aladdin's heart. Nadia was indeed a nice young woman, but there was something about that woman who rode the camel train the one who sold perfumes and potions. He could not get out of his mind the sound of her laugh, her clever mind, and the comfort of her company. At last, he rubbed the lamp. At last, he rubbed the lamp. "Master," said the genie, "this is your third and final wish. Is it mountains of jewels you want, power over all the neighboring lands, or the strength of 100 men?" "None of that," said Aladdin. "I wish you to take me to that young woman I met, the camel rider, the one who sold perfumes and potions." "But, master, this is your last wish," said the genie. "You could offer this woman your heart, and she may not agree. You'll miss your chance to marry the sultan's daughter and become a prince." "I don't care," said Aladdin. "I must tell this woman what is in my heart. Whatever comes of it, so be it. I must tell this woman what is in my heart. Whatever comes of it, so be it." So Aladdin made his third and last wish, and was whisked to the true princess. He shared his feelings with her. The princess told him her secret, that she was actually a princess, and now was happier living as a traveling merchant. Aladdin said he wanted nothing better than to spend the rest of his days with her by his side, princess or not. They agreed to travel and have adventures together. It was not long before her feelings matched his own, and the two of them decided to marry. Then such surprising news. Aladdin and the princess learned that the sultan had suddenly died. Said Aladdin to his new bride, "Since your father is gone, would you consider returning to your father's palace? We could rule the kingdom, side by side." As a last goodbye to their life on the camel train, the princess mixed 2 magical potions. One sent the gold she had earned selling potions, flying back to the merchant she had met in the village. And with her second potion, in a cloud of smoke, a magic carpet appeared. On this magic carpet, Aladdin and the princess flew back to the palace. Nadia was very pleased to see them. She gladly stepped down to serve again as lady-in-waiting to the princess. Having to settle disputes and make important royal decisions was not at all what she had in mind. From then on, Aladdin and the princess ruled the kingdom wisely and well. They lived happily ever after, as may you.